Hello and welcome to Draw for Initiative. This is Tina. I'm Sarah. We're post-dinner board game painters and kind of goofy at that. And each time, not each week, it's not weekly anymore, but each time that you see us on the screen here, we paint scenes from a board game. Today, Fugitive. Ta-da! This is a 2-player game. For about 5 to 20 minutes per round if you're 10 years or older. There is a gamer's couch for this game, so click in the iCards if you have no clue and then come back and watch this one here. My dear, what did you paint?
Well, for the preparation of this drawing, I went through the cards and their motives, and that was the first time, even though I played it, that I realized that there's like a tiny picture story there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice. I'm really...
Me neither. Don't tell them.
Okay. So, basically a picture story which tells the story how the fugitive runs away from the agent and in the end also gets away with the helicopter. But I was missing a card where he gets caught, so I made this one.
Mm-hmm. So you like to play the marshal, that seems. You like to catch the guys.
Well, I like it balanced.
Okay. See? You heard it here first.
Depends on what I'm playing.
See? Well, I did paint something kind of, well, similar, meaning there's a card missing or an explanation missing, but I painted something totally different. It's pretty much the depiction of how I think Daniel always caught me when I was the fugitive and him the marshal. So far, as of today, 11th of May, that we record this, I haven't won once in this game, no matter if I was the marshal or not. I will let you know on the social media sites when that changes, but for now, let's see how we paint. And here we go! Yay. So, we have a different background, because for a while on art day you could actually see that I moved to another desk, and we did the same for Draw for Initiative, just to save you some shaking when we work so fast. I didn't like the shaky camera thing with the flimsy table, you know, that's why.
Yeah, I get that.
We moved to the other one. So you are back to the roots in the sense of, oh, you're tiny surface painting.
Yes, because it was only a card and I didn't need such a huge surface for that.
And for a card, it's actually the perfect size and ratio and everything. So I really liked it. I giggled when I took the photos today. Yay, good thing.
But you made quite a different approach there. You have like landscape.
Mm-hmm. It's just a piece of paper, like a scrap piece of paper. So I thought, I'm not going to cut anything. Let's just take it. Take it or leave it. It's from the calendar thing. It's
all right.
A scrap piece. So yeah.
Nice.
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 Yeah.
Always nice to use your old stuff.
Yes, definitely.
What's she doing there?
She's looking at something.
Disclaimer, I haven't seen the finished painting.
Smelling something. Let me get the painting for you, my dear.
Ah, there we go. Nice.
Originally, I went with a fart idea, so I guess my guy would have farted, and that's why the marshal caught me just smelling. But I changed it up to dog poop. But it's pretty much the same thing. I think Daniel really smells where I'm going. He's so spot on when we play. It's like I can try to fool him. I fooled him once. I got ahead quite a bit, but I've never gotten further than card 36. Never got further.
I mean, it might be due to his superior logic skills, but nah. He just likes to be in my face and annoy me. It's the same thing though when I'm the marshal and he's the fugitive. I'm like one card behind
I just have to guess one more card, and he says 42. It's like,
Oh. The second time I played with him was when I was the marshal. And in the end, it was a 50-50 chance. I had him down to 2 cards. And I picked the wrong one, of course.
no!
It was so close.
Oh no! I never was that close. I had like 1 in 3 chance to guess the right card.
Yeah. And
no.
as a fugitive, I actually outran him. So
Yay!
I was thinking about making a painting about this, but I was figuring you were already taking this approach. So I just went for the card idea.
Yeah. It's really cool. I really like the color that you used for her coat. That particular tone of yellow. I really like it.
It's a nice ochre. Mm-hmm. But I also like the original art on the cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of what was the game called where you
The Burgle Bros
Yes.
or Paperback, they're all from the same artist, if I remember correctly.
It's really noticeable there.
Yeah.
You can see that it's really reduced to the minimum essence, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's quite nice. I like this.
Yeah, I like the way that he exaggerates shapes, especially triangles. I really like that. So
It speaks for a lot of experience because to exaggerate the right things, you have to be able to do the actual shapes quite well and recognize them.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that's really an interesting kind of art. I'm wondering if it's just, made on the computer as digital art or if he's just...
I don't know
using-
if he maybe is at BGG this year. If so,
that
we
might
have
be
to
interesting.
remember to ask.
Yes.
Because last year it was quote unquote just the designer, not the artist. that
Yes.
was there.
We had the 2 designers of the company there.
Yeah.
And
Let's
that was
play
also
something
really
that's
nice.
going to be delivered soon.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to that one. Just playing on BGG at BGG was really nice, and
Yes.
we had some fun. And being the weird Germans there,
We did only play innuendo words, like
Yes.
really badly.
like we didn't know any other English. It
No.
was really bad.
The guy that was standing next to you that played with us, he blushed kind of frequently. It's like, oopsie, I'm
and the
sorry.
designer was like, "Yeah, it's okay," but secretly rolling his eyes, and I was like, "Well, never mind.
It's a word.
It's a word."
We only know those words.
Maybe when the game finally comes up, they will have different rules in there.
You cannot do innuendos because
I mean, we didn't win.
no, but it was just good fun. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing about test playing. I want to
Yep. But
Not
you could
necessarily
probably,
win.
just like with Scrabble, make a topical approach there.
Oh, definitely.
Man, I'm so looking forward to the game. The first one was really nice.
Yes.
I always forget how the games are called. What was
Paperback.
it? Paperback, yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one was really, really nice already. If you don't have it, you should try it. It's really nice.
Yes. Now she goes on from paperback novels. She goes on to hardcover novels. The author from paperback.
Really?
It's hardcover now. Yeah, it's just funny jokes and puns in there.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you did use the traditional watercolor pots of
Yes,
Schminke this
the
time
Schminke,
round.
yeah. I felt like we should use them up sometime, and since the colors in the original drawings weren't that extremely bright, like Kuretake or something, I just felt it was alright to take them.
Oh, definitely. I was just saying that because the last couple of paintings you did use ink tins and the watercolor pencils. So going back to the roots with the pots here.
I like to
That's
switch
nice.
a lot and have new stuff around a lot, but I like to rely on the things I'm used to as well every now and then. So I go back to this.
Exactly.
And like I said, I feel like we should use them up at some point.
Well, they will be used up when they're used up. That's the thing about
Yeah.
watercolors. When the pens
I
are
know.
empty, bye-bye pens.
I know, I'm aware of that, but we have like multiple watercolors and we prefer the other ones.
I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Ah, all right.
They're-
Okay. Then I'm sorry,
that's-
I prefer
Yes,
the
exactly. I prefer those. That's the
Yeah.
most used set for me.
I mean,
that
I
have.
noticed that the dark brownish.
Yeah,
thing
it's gone.
is
The Van
almost
Dyke is gone.
Yes, and also the black is pretty much empty.
Yes, and the blues are also. Yeah, there's some colors that only you use pretty much in that palette, and I don't. Like the burnt umber, the warm brown, I don't really use it, and I don't really use the cold green that much or the cold blue. So yeah, I definitely have my favorites, but this is the most used watercolor palette in all the watercolor
I mean,
things that I have.
I like the palette itself, since you can mix really, really nicely there.
Exactly.
Was it the original one it came in?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Yes, it's the 12 color Schminke watercolor thing.
Thing,
Yeah,
yes.
I tested that one first. My cousin actually works with exactly that palette a lot. She now also has an extended one, like I do, with more than 12 colors, but we both started with that one. And she did watercolors way, way, way before me. So I asked, okay, which one would you prefer? And she said, go with those. It's like price value for the amount of paintings you can do with them. It's just unbeatable.
Yeah.
It's like 40 euros for 12 colors. That's really unbeatable for.
But it's not
that
exactly the same Schminke colors you also bought lately for the other.
There's one from the tubes, that's another one, but the
all right.
other palette is exactly that palette, but the extended color palette.
version.
Yes,
Interesting.
yes,
I
yes,
wasn't
yes.
aware of that, but I sometimes use those from the tile tubes, and they seem a little more vibrant.
Yeah, they're more creamy, vibrant color. They're even heavier pigmented than the ones here,
Yes.
and this is artist quality, and the other one are like super artist quality from the amount of pigmentation in there. It's almost kuretake style, which is more like I always say it's more like a cartoon or manga.
Yeah, Goetake really is.
Pigmented watercolor.
But I also feel like that's about also one of the reasons why I got the Kuretake for myself, that you can always tone them down in a way.
Yeah.
So I just picked them for that reason. So it's easier later on to...
Funny enough, though, I use the Schminke most, but the Kuretakes are almost gone.
Yeah.
So I use up way more for the same amount of painting that I do with Schminke. So I do have way more waste with Kuretake. They
Really?
it's amazing. 5 layers of Schminke and I barely made a dent. 5 layers of Kuretake and I have a big dent in my palette already. So that's just it seems like the brush soaks it up way more and then puts it into the paper and
I mean,
leaves it in the paper.
maybe I don't really feel like that because I just assume because I really just use the tiny tip of the brush and use the pigment that are on there for huge
amount of surface there.
Yeah, for the huge surface basically, and just
the
put it
small
there.
palette is 1.5 years older than Kuretake. Look into the Kuretakes and you see, oh my gosh, it's way more gone than this little tiny little thing, and I painted more with that. So I just feel that it seeps more into the paper. I don't know what they do to their watercolors to make that, but usually, especially reds and purples, they stay in the paper. You can really barely lift them, but with the Kuretakes, also other earthy colors, you can lift them way less nicely than with the Schminke ones. So I think it's just they have something in there that pulls it into the paper. Maybe, I don't know.
That's an interesting observation. Yeah, I can confirm that Really? Now that you mention it, yes, you can.
It's weird, right?
It's weird.
And I always have to remember, oh, you're working with a quarter-tacker, so you have to dab things away quickly. If you have too much on your paper, you cannot lift it as nicely as the schminkers. They're really good for that, except for purple and red, but that's like in any color.
Yes, I mean, red is a nasty color for that.
Yeah, it just
behaves so different to to most of the other colors.
Yeah, there's something with purple and red that really makes it stain the paper rather than sit on the paper like earthy colors.
They often also don't like to mix as well.
Yes, exactly. So they're just the odd ones that you have to be aware when you paint, that maybe you don't want to start with all red or all purple for your first painting there, maybe. Maybe you get frustrated. I don't know. Just saying. But yeah, it's every watercolor bit has its place in the studio, I think. They all do something that the other one doesn't do.
That's true. And I mean,
that's a nice excuse to have something to purchase. Though I would say I wouldn't rebuy the quarter-tackers. They're really nice, but I don't have to have them, so.
Yeah, I mean, you have the different approach.
Yeah, exactly.
They are really happy
well
with them,
for you and your style and stuff. Yeah, definitely. They are made for you. Yeah, I mean, you have to test them to know how can I.
The only thing that I don't really appreciate about them is having
they have no palette to mix.
Well, yeah, that by the side, but the fact that if you put them on the paper like a bit thicker, they tend to make like a waxy surface.
Yeah, it's super shiny.
Yeah, it's really shiny, so you have to watch that.
Yeah.
If you're aware, you can prevent that from happening, even if you want to make thick German
word.
Yeah, it's German. Honestly, people, it's German. Thick layers. Yeah, but it gets shiny really easily.
Yeah, especially with the reds again, I learned.
Yes.
Then the purples and then the black. But the red is really...
I also had problems with the blues.
Oh, really? I didn't have that. Or not
I mean,
yet.
I would have to go back to certain paintings I have made, but I remember one where it was a lot of blue, I guess. Well,
the one with Mr. Freud? That one? No, that
had no shine at all.
Shine.
That was quite alright. No, it was one of my early ones where I was just trying the Kuretake.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but we experience the same things with the supplies. That's an awesome thing for you guys. We hope you liked us talking about maybe a bit more of a technical side today on this format. We hope you liked watching along. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. We love to see you on Board Game Geek or any other social media that we're at. Look downstairs in the description box. You will find information there. We're gonna see you. Have fun. Take good care. Have a lovely day and press that thumbs up button. Bye.